Today I'm exploring Chișinău, the capital of Moldova, a country often called Europe's least visited destination. Hidden between Romania and Ukraine, it's a place shaped by decades of Soviet history, yet full of surprises. In this video, I'll be wandering through the city's streets, uncovering forgotten Soviet-era buildings, trying traditional Moldovan food, and getting a closer look at what life is really like in one of Europe's most overlooked countries. Welcome to Chișinău, Moldova's capital. It's really hot here today, so I'm sweating a bit, but I'm currently heading to Hotel Național, which is painted in the Moldovan colours. I'm then going to be grabbing some food at a place just down the road from here. Anyway, the main language in Moldova is Romanian, which is the official language. However, Russian is also widely spoken here because of their part in the Soviet Union. Anyway, let's go. The hotel is located on United Nations Square, which is one of Chișinău's most busiest streets, it seems. To cross the roads in Chișinău, there's underpassages, so I'm just going to cross the other side and then we can see this up close. The hotel then opened in the Soviet era and it was a luxury hotel at the time, but today now you can see that it's fully abandoned and it's actually one of the most photographed hotels in all of Chișinău. But yeah, as you can see out front there, I think these used to be water fountains, but totally abandoned now. Yeah, wow, it's incredible. I've come behind the hotel to see what it looks like from behind. No painted colours on this one, but as you can see, it looks even more derelict here. All around the hotel then there's these concrete apartments, but these ones look more modern than the ones I've seen around. Some of them though, on the outskirts of Chișinău as I was entering, were actually built in the Soviet era, and you can tell they're a lot different to these ones. These ones look more new and intact anyway. But anyway, let's go grab some food, some traditional Moldovan food, and give it a review. Unfortunately, I couldn't film in the place where I've just eaten, which is La Placinte over there. But anyway, I'll tell you what I got. But I'll first start off by telling you about the Moldovan cuisine. So because of the proximity or the border with Romania and also Ukraine, the cuisine is heavily influenced by both of them countries. So I'm not particularly sure on whether I had Romanian food or Ukrainian food or Moldovan food. But to start anyway, I had this tomato soup and it had this Greek yogurt on the side and then like 2 garlic bread balls, which was like amazing, and the soup was amazing. It was 60 lei, which is 100 lei, so maybe that's about $3 US, which is amazing. And then I had these little cheese balls, which to be honest I really didn't like, and yeah, they weren't nice, but that again came with some Greek yogurt and then some garlic butter. But the cheese balls, I cut one in half and it was weird tasting. It was like bread and dough, but I think they'd been boiled, to be honest, so they weren't the nicest. And then finally I had this like salad, bacon and potatoes, and that was really nice, but the salad mainly consisted of like rocket and like some random leaves, so it wasn't the best, but it was nice overall. Anyway, I'm back at the Hotel Național, but I'm gonna head all the way down that road and take you to another hotel which is actually still functioning, but it was a big hotel during the Soviet Union. So I've just grabbed myself an iced latte, but as I'm walking to Hotel Cosmos, I thought I'd show you some of the apartment blocks. So these ones most likely were probably built in the 60s or the 80s during the Soviet Union, and these apartment blocks, or like these apartment blocks, are home to most of Chișinău's population. So a lot of the residents and the people here in Chișinău actually live in these apartment blocks, or similar styles to them, as you can see all along there. But I'm going to keep going now. Here we are then, one of the most recognizable Soviet buildings in Chișinău, Moldova. So this hotel, Hotel Cosmos, was built during the Soviet era and hosted many visitors from the USSR. But today, as you can see, the architecture is very Soviet style compared to the modern buildings over there, which I don't know what that is, maybe a shopping centre. Out front there's a statue, not too sure what the statue is and can't tell you any information about the statue, but just look at the hotel, it's amazing. So I've come inside the hotel to see if I can purchase a room, but it seems abandoned. And the reception out front here, there's no one there, and there's just loads of these quad bikes. But the old signs, as you can see, and then the reception, no one here, other than this shop here, which is functioning. But I don't want to get caught, so I'm whispering. But here's the reception. Hotel Cosmos 3-star. Prices have gone. Yeah, it looks like it's fully shut down then, it seems. And then you've got the hotel rules there. I'm gonna go, because I don't want to get caught in the Hotel Cosmos. So I've just left Hotel Cosmos behind me there. I asked the lady on the way out in the tattoo parlour whether it was shut down or not, and she confirmed that it was, which is strange because after searching it online this morning, I seemed to find some rooms available, maybe on Booking I think that was, but anyway, it's definitely shut down. I don't know how many years it's been shut down. If you know that information, drop it down in the comments. But for now, I'm going to head to a circus built in the Soviet Union and cross Chișinău. When I walk to the circus, I found a supermarket and I'm really thirsty, so I'm going to go in and check out some of the prices of some of the stuff there. So I've come straight to the wine aisle because wine is actually one of the biggest exports of Moldova, and as you can see here, the cheapest one I could find, oh, it's actually on discount, but still the price 36. I think that's about £1.50 for what seems red wine, which is incredible. We've got chocolate here for about £1 or $1, but that's pretty typical. No price changes there from the UK or the US, it seems anyway. Sweets, there you go, that's a bit cheaper. What's that, 40p? About the same price as the UK, so maybe it's not that cheap in Moldova after all. But I'm gonna go try and find a drink now. I've come to the cafe section because I saw a lady drinking it on the street the other day, and there's a lot of variation, so maybe that's popular in Moldova, I'm not sure. I might grab myself one. I don't really know the difference between any of these, to be honest. Just gonna get this one. Let's go. Grab myself a water as well. What's that, 30? What's that, £1.50? Pretty good going, that. That's got to be the thickest kefir I've ever tried. I don't know if that 2.5% actually means anything. It's a little bit fizzy as well, but it's basically like just glugging yogurt. I've been walking for about 20 minutes and I've got about 30 minutes left. But as you can see, I'm on the total outskirts of the city now, on some sort of main road. But as you can see, there's a lot of development going on. So even though Moldova is one of the poorest countries in Europe, it seems like the economy might be doing somewhat okay, because all I've seen today is cranes and buildings being constructed. So yeah, let me know if you know any information about that. But I'm gonna keep going here. And also, on that point, all I've seen since walking is expensive cars. So yeah, so it's confusing really, but there's been a lot of expensive cars going across these roads as I've been walking now. Here you go, here's one coming up. Audi Q6 or something like that. I don't know how much that would be, 70,000 RS Q6. So maybe like 80,000 English pounds for that. So here you go again, BMW. So yeah, that's also a confusing point, but I'm gonna keep heading to the circus now. What's just past me there is called a trolleybus, and that's how a lot of the locals in Chișinău get around. They also use, I don't know if I can see any, maybe like that van over there, like a sprinter van. I'm not sure on the Romanian or Moldovan name for it, but they also use like minivans to get around basically. But them trolleybuses are hooked up to these electric cables, and that's why you'll see these all around the city. But anyway, I've arrived at the circus. Here it is then, Chișinău Circus. Built in 1981, this circus is one of the most famous circuses in the former Soviet Union, and it housed thousands of spectators at any one time. After the USSR fell, the circus fell into decline, as you can see, but recently it's been partially restored, and it looks like more events are going to be taking place there on the 30th of May and the 28th of June. I've come around the back of the circus. It seems like you can get down beneath it, but I'm going to go round and see if I can get up here. I did say that it was partially restored. I don't know how restored though, because looking at this, it looks derelict and fully abandoned. I don't know what this is, maybe some viewing deck, but here it is, the behind. Ah, we can just about see inside there as well. I don't know what this is, but this is on or underneath the roof that I'm standing on. That's what you can get inside, but I'm not going to go inside. But maybe this was the way in from beneath, and then that's how you get in below into the center. But yeah, pretty cool. Chișinău Circus. As you can see, I've left the circus and I'm now walking back towards the city in this beautiful park. But that's it for this video, guys. A few points about Chișinău. I really recommend you visit. It's amazing. After seeing the headlines and stuff about it being one of Europe's poorest and least visited countries, I really didn't expect to see this amazing beauty in the city. And it's also so clean and there's no rubbish anywhere. And that's the same all throughout the city as I've been exploring. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe and drop any comments down below. Goodbye.